What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Action Sofa. Once again, it is Mothra versus the world because Godzilla has completely kicked the bucket. Yeah. So, I am watching Duncan slowly whittle his way through this level. And you can join me. Watch as the health slowly ticks away.
At least I'll get him this time.
Yeah, you have him for sure. He's Dunyan Rings.
Dunyan Rings.
I don't know where I got that one from.
Oh, I'm level 11.
Oh, nice. Oh god, here comes Mechagodzilla. So, undoubtedly, he'll be dead before he reaches you.
Do you think I should get out of the way so I can sneak past this guy, or should I just start grinding him down?
You can, I think Baragon you can take out.
All right.
If you give Gigan an in, he might come down and get you. Whereas if you stay where you are, I don't think he is going to. Whereas, yeah, you're gonna take out Baragon. It might take one or two fights, but you'll get him. Heck, he might even just retreat like you did last time.
Yeah. Just like, oh no, I'm gonna get taken out by a moth. Then he ran away.
Embarrassing. That's almost as bad as dying to asparagus.
Almost as bad.
A knowing glance to the corpse of Godzilla.
But not at all.
And the fight continues. Slightly more health.
Stupid Dorito monster.
God, he looks so delicious. Oh, his big floppy ears. Look at his big floppy ears.
Speaking of Doritos, do you know what taco in a bag is?
Yes, I love tacos in bag. Or taco in a bags. I love a taco in a bag. Why do you ask?
I was just wondering. It's just a funny thing to me.
Yeah, I used to get them at the Fringe in Edmonton, the Fringe Festival. There's usually a vendor who will sell a taco in a bag. For people who don't know what a taco in a bag is, I think it's mostly an American thing. But essentially, you cut open a personal size Dorito bag, like one you would give to a kid, and you cut it open on the side so that it's open the long way, and then you crunch up the chips. And then you dump in all your taco fixings, like the taco beef and cheese and lettuce and sour cream and all the rest, and you kind of mix it up, and then you just eat that. Almost like if you ordered Doritos at a restaurant, but they served it to you in a Doritos bag. It's very good. It's silly, but it's tasty.
When was the last time you got Doritos in a restaurant?
Well, I'm saying ordering nachos.
Oh, you mean nachos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that what I said? Didn't I say nachos if it was served in a Doritos bag?
No, you said Doritos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I meant nachos.
Kim doesn't go to restaurants and order Doritos.
No. Although, if I could, I might. Because if you're getting Doritos... Actually, do you know the origin of Doritos?
I do not. Tell me the origin of Doritos.
I read a lot.
Nothing useful, mind, but...
It was Disneyland.
Disneyland invented Doritos?
Yeah, it was... Well, specifically, it was a guy in Disneyland, but he had a bunch of people showed up at his little nachoria, and they asked for food, and they were a bunch of his friends and stuff, so he wasn't gonna, it wasn't a big deal. So he took a bunch of leftover nachos from the day, and he mixed a bunch of seasonings on them, and he served them, and people loved it. And it was just a nacho seasoning, or a taco seasoning, and that's where the first Doritos came from.
Huh.
And since they have made many, many flavors, including Mountain Dew flavored Doritos.
I'm glad that Doritos as a company is self-aware enough to do that.
I think it was something to do with a contest. It was like the mystery flavor, and the mystery flavor was Mountain Dew. But yeah, that's the weirdest flavor I can think of. But yeah, that's where Doritos came from. Disneyland.
Man. What hasn't Disneyland done for us?
It is the happiest place on earth. We should go back there. You
Yes,
and I
we
have done
should.
Disneyland, and it was the best.
Yep. No, we should go to Disney World so that we can go to the Canada Pavilion at Epcot.
Yes. A million times, yes. What do they serve? Is it really cliched? Like, do they just serve you pancakes?
It's a really tiny little. It's more like a Canada kiosk,
Oh, adorable.
and they'll like sell you maple syrup and T-shirts. But they get actual Canadians to work there.
Really?
Yeah, at Epcot they actually get people from the countries to work at the country like place.
I didn't know that. That's
So
amazing.
it'd be like, "Hi, I'm Matthew from Ottawa." And be like, "Hi. This is weird."
Meeting other Canadians when you're traveling is very often weird. Like, I remember I was traveling through Europe and I ran into a guy from Calgary. I was like, "Hey, I'm actually I live like 4 hours away from you." And we're both in Europe and we ran into each other. That's weird.
Yeah, because there are only like 1,000 people in Canada, so running into
True.
one of them while you're traveling is very unlikely.
Especially if you're traveling by dog sled. Which, I mean, is perfectly normal in Canada, but you get to Europe and people are all weirded out by it. Alright, go fight Mechagodzilla. Good luck. Yep. I figured you were going to try and squeak past him. That's probably for the best.
Mechagodzilla's new. I don't want to.
Well, and as far as series continuity goes, he's pretty tough. He's no King Ghidorah or Mecha King Ghidorah, but he'll hold his own for sure.
Ghidorah had 2 heads, right?
Ghidorah
him?
had 3 heads.
Or 3 heads?
And Mecha King Ghidorah has 1 mecha head. Mechanical wings and a force field and missiles that shoot out of his chest.
He sounds pretty badass.
He's awesome. You can tell you're a badass Godzilla monster when you get a mecha version of yourself. That's when you know you've really made it in the Godzilla universe.
when somebody's made a robot of you because you were so tough.
Yeah. Well, Mecha King Ghidorah is actually Ghidorah. He's basically cyborg Ghidorah.
So he's Ghidorah, and they added a bunch of robot components to him.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, they replaced one of his heads with like a robot head. And he's got mechanical wings, and I think most of his torso is robot as well.
If you could get robotic parts added to you,
In a heartbeat.
what would you get added though? Like you've
Um,
got okay. So you can get any robotic parts added to you, but when you get a robotic part added to you, it's a robot part and it looks like a robot part. So what do you get? What do you have replaced and added and so on and so forth?
Everything.
You would just
Immediately, yes.
everything immediately. You want to be put under anesthetic and wake up as a robot?
Yeah. So download my brain into a robot body and Kim is happy. That would be the best thing ever.
Fair enough.
But if they only had a selection, I think robotic eyes would be pretty cool.
Yeah, robotic eyes would be awesome.
And obviously limbs, like run faster and
Run faster and jump higher and whatnot.
yeah. And those make sense. The thing that never really made sense to me as a young nerd growing up is when you have like a robotic arm and it automatically means you can like lift up cars and stuff.
Yeah, you don't lift with your arms.
No. And even if the arm was strong enough to lift a car, the rest of you is not. Well, let me just grab this car and pick it up and oh, my shoulder came off. Because that strong, indestructible robot arm is attached to weak, very destructible human bits. So yeah, I feel like the legs would probably be more advantageous. Because like they wouldn't get tired and you just run and jump super fast. And that wouldn't be dependent on, the ligaments attached to your hips. Oh, yay! Mechagodzilla.
What if you just had a Terminator-style metal endoskeleton?
That would be amazing, yes. Again, 100 times yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Holy crap. He's basically Gigan without the without the buzzsaw chest, so you should be fine. Because that buzzsaw chest is the only really scary part. Although, look at all that health. Oh my god. If only you had atomic breath.
If only.
At least he hasn't whipped you with his tail yet. In the crotch.
Do moths have crotches? They don't really have crotches.
No, not really. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I am more scared of Gigan than I am of Mechagodzilla. So, that's saying a lot.
You've got actual, like, trauma. You've got Gigan trauma.
Well, just, like, having him completely screw me over just by standing there was pretty much the worst thing ever.
Poor guy.
I take video games very seriously. Too seriously, some would say. And they'd be right. But I believe in you. I believe in your ability to slip past Mechagodzilla and fly for the finish line.
I can do it. I think we still have to go to Planet X, though.
We sure do. Where are we now? Pluto?
We're on Pluto, so
That means we have Neptune to go, and then Planet X, I think. Because Pluto and Neptune have switched places.
Yep. That is a thing that happened in this game.
That's when Planet X was revealed for some reason. But whatever.
Ugh. Just come on, Mechagodzilla. Be a bro. Just kind of die.
Can I be honest with you for a second?
What's that?
My legs have gone almost completely numb from sitting the way I'm sitting.
Well,
so in 4 minutes, if you're not done this level, when we break this episode, I'm a stand up, walk around and stuff.
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, go pet the dogs, maybe get some fresh air, even though this window is open. So if you're hearing car noises and stuff, I apologize. But it gets really hot in here. Like obscenely hot sometimes.
It does. It's too hot to be, it's too hot and too small for two dudes to be sitting here just playing video games all day. Maybe when winter finally hits.
Oh, God bless you, winter. I'm so excited. Although winter for us is very different than winter for almost everyone else that's going to be listening to this or watching this.
Almost certainly, yes.
Because our winter is basically everyone else's spring.
We'll get you, Mechagodzilla.
We probably won't. You'll probably just leave. Unless he chases you down and you end up having to fight him to leave the level.
He might chase me down, but...
Hopefully, getting far enough inwards, you stop Gigan from chasing you, though. So that you don't have to fight both of them. Because that would be great.
Yeah, I don't need to fight Gigan.
That guy's a jerk.
He's a jerk-faced jerk.
God, you can just fly through all this stuff. Super jelly. So jealous I said jelly.
Give me all of your jelly.
No.
Hey, you said jelly first.
No, I know. I'm just...
Don't act like I'm the weird one.
Well.
I'm not the weird one!
Can it be both of us? Alright, Mechagodzilla. You are totally taking out Mechagodzilla. You got him on the ropes.
I do have him on the ropes.
Speaking of on the ropes, we should play boxing games too. Oh, that's what we should do next. We should do like Punch-Out or something.
We will do Punch-Out.
Oh, I love Punch-Out so much.
Let's do Punch-Out.
Here's a game I've never beaten.
Well, we'll beat it this time. Because we're adults.
No, not even close. We're doomed. But we'll play it. I don't think there's any way you and I can beat Tyson.
You don't think we can beat Mike Tyson?
I don't think so. I've never even come close. He can kill you in one hit.
Yeah, but you just have to have the right rhythm, right?
Sure, I guess that's true. Oh God, he's still coming. Break free. Yes. That means you have to go through all 4 of those. You realize that, right?
What?
Because you went to all 4 of the hexes, you now have to fly through all 4 boards.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, it doesn't pick hexes for you. It just gives you whatever hexes you fly through. So if you actually just went back and forth 4 times and landed in the same spot you started, you'd still have to fly through all 4 boards to get there. Well, you live and you learn.
Live and you learn. Whatever. I'm still gonna wreck all this. Oh, cool. It's gray, like we're in the Death Star trench.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Right?
I got your back, kid.
Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Have you ever actually watched that sequence and realized that Han Solo did next to nothing there?
Didn't he just like take out a TIE fighter and then...
He shot at a TIE fighter, and the TIE fighter actually like crashes. He just like veers wildly to the right and crashes into Vader, and then he explodes and Vader spins off into nothingness. So Han Solo doesn't actually do anything really.
Well, he startles the TIE fighter pilot, which
yeah, I suppose.
who apparently is very easily startled.
Yeah.
To the point where he crashes his TIE fighter into Darth Vader.
But yeah, had he shot Darth Vader, or had he, done something, it would have been a lot. I mean, the important thing there is that he came back. That was the whole point of the movie. Not that he was the hero, but that he was a good person, despite being a smuggler. But still, like, that whole sequence, he gets a lot of credit where credit is not due. Wait, does that make that TIE fighter the hero? Since he was the one that took out Vader?
No, Luke Skywalker is the hero.
What if he was a rebel spy? He worked his way up so that he could one day take out Vader personally?
Because all of the TIE fighter pilots are just clones.
That's not true at all.
What?
So after the Clone Wars, they stopped cloning they stopped cloning stormtroopers, and a lot of those stormtroopers are actually just recruited people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then yeah, maybe he was a rebel spy.
Yeah, they started getting all antsy because the clones were easy to manipulate, because that's what they did to the Jedi Council. And so they got rid of the cloning vats and started altering... Well, first they altered the clones, and then they were still worried about it, so they started, allowing people to volunteer and stuff.
Christ almighty, dude. How many types of nerd are you?
I'm every type of nerd, because there's nothing I don't want to read about. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's sci-fi or anything else. I just love learning things.
Alright, won't be able to sneak by him, but... Jeez!
But you probably will be able to kill him pretty easily. Like, he's already well past half dead. And he's doing no damage to you, so...
Come on.
Although I guess that's expanded universe now, which is no longer canon. So I guess maybe they are just clones. Now.
I don't think that I don't think that the stormtroopers are clones though, because now that I remember they occasionally have conversations and they don't sound like
they don't sound like each other anymore.
Well, they just don't sound like they're a bunch of sort of mindless, faceless clones. You know what I mean? Like they have personalities and stuff.
Yeah. I think the only clone platoon that stayed in the only group that was still clones was Vader's Fist, which is like the 501st or something like that. So they were still clones for a while, but also the clones didn't live for very long. Like that was their deal, is that their aging was super accelerated, which is how they went from children to grown-ass men that were fit for duty so quickly. So eventually your clones are just going to get really old really fast if you don't keep replacing them. Yay!
Woohoo! You're donezo, Mechagodzilla. And Gigan, you're...
Going the wrong way.
Your AI is not so good.
Alright, to the next field. Neptune.
Neptune.
You think we'll see King Triton?
We just might. Next time on the Action Sofa.